I often think about how grateful I am that I did not have to live on the streets when I ran away from my very abusive, extremely abusive, and torturous family. I researched shelters and I ran to one, and I had the help of my partner at the time who took some of my belongings, and I think a friend did too. And I was able to get into housing through the shelter. I was very lucky because I don't think I could have survived well on the streets. I was so vulnerable. I am so vulnerable. I was having constant flooding memories of the abuse, the torture, the trauma. I am DID, like I have dissociative identity, so much neurodivergence, and just a lot of trauma. And it was hard for me, even with support, to cope and cope well. I do not feel lucky that my abusers found me even though I went to a shelter, continued to abuse and torture me for years and years, even after I'd thought I'd gotten away, even after I remembered. And then I would have to dissociate to survive the torture. But I do feel really lucky that I did not end up on the streets. And some survivors do, and that is so hard. I hope that you have kindness and compassion for people who are living on the streets, for people who are homeless and houseless. I hope you have compassion and empathy for survivors of abuse and trauma and for anyone who is struggling.